Hey, what's up? My name is PJ, and in this video I'm going to go through some battery management tips to help you get the most out of your rechargeables. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so if you watched my last video, you would have seen that I upgraded all my Strobist gear. Basically started afresh because the stuff that I've had for quite some time. These are all the Eneloops that I've collected over the years. I have quite a lot. I have probably quite a lot more, but they're in all my devices, keyboards, mice, flashes and stuff. But they are probably between 2 and 4 years old, all of these batteries. So some of them are not performing as well as the day I got them. So with my new setup, I thought to do it justice, I would get all new batteries. So I got 3 packets of these Eneloop monochrome pack. The reason I get fancy colors is just because I want to tell them apart. I want to tell when I bought them and sort of which ones came together. And I'm gonna go through some more ways to do that. So let's open these up quickly. Okay, so here we have 8, 16, 24 new Eneloop batteries. They used to be Sanyo, but I've only kind of just noticed looking at the new packaging that they are now Panasonic. I hope that doesn't affect the performance. Panasonic's generally a pretty good brand for this sort of thing as well, but if they've got the Eneloop brand, I'm pretty confident. I've used them for years and they are so reliable. So why should you use these batteries? They are the NiMh, I think that stands for nickel mineral hydride. Basically they're rechargeables, and the best thing about them is that they hold their charge. They can sit in your bag. I think they're advertised as holding their charge for up to 5 years. I think if you, for example, this comes straight from the packet, fully charged. If you put that in your bag, it's supposed to basically last years and hold like 80% of its charge. So it's really good. I think the capacity is 2000 milliamp hours. Okay, it says minimum 1900, so right around 2000 milliamp hours. I don't know what that means in terms of battery life in your flash or whatever, but that's pretty much standard. They're not the most powerful, but they're not the worst. They are very, very reliable though. So I'm going to firstly separate these into colors. You can see some of these have got the little red tips. Got the white ones. So probably the first little tip that I'll give you is buy them in packs of colors and try and use them in sets of their colors. So try and use all the red ones, all the white ones, all the gray ones in the same flashes at the same time. It's just that much easier to keep track of what you've used and what are fresh. So for example, if I know on a shoot I've been using all the red ones in my flashes, I know that I've still got all the gray and the black in my bag that are free to go. I know if I chuck these in my bag in a hurry, I know not to go back and pick up the red ones again, if that makes any sense. So another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to, with these Sharpies, I've got a black and a silver Sharpie, I'm gonna write the date that I got these batteries. I'm gonna write it on the battery, just the month and the year. So it is November 2016. So I'm gonna write 11/16. 11/16, let's see if you can see that. Some of them seem to ride on better than others, but basically why I'm doing this is because 3 or 4 years down the track, when I'm still using these batteries, I want to pull one out and be able to know when I got it. The problem with this box of batteries, which I've spent a bit of money on collecting over the years, is that I have basically no idea when I got them. So some of these batteries are literally 4 or 5 years old. Some of them are 1 or 2, but I don't know. And the only way I can tell is by charging them in my smart charger and seeing which ones perform better. But that is a very long, tedious trial and error process. So write your dates on your batteries. I also do this on my memory cards, so I know which ones are the old ones, when to replace them, and that sort of thing. These darker colors, I'm going to use a silver pen, 11/16. Okay, so all the batteries are now marked with their dates. I'm always going to know when I bought them, when I started using them, and I'm never going to get that mixed up. The other tip was keep them in colors. So separate them into colors. I know that If I pull the ones with the red tips out of my flash, chuck them into my bag in a hurry to put the new batteries in, I'm never gonna pick the red ones again when they're flat in the bag. I'm gonna know to pick the white or the silver or the gray or whatever. I'm gonna know by color ordering them which ones I've used and which ones I haven't. Another really useful thing that I'm gonna do with these new batteries is I'm gonna have 2 separate Tupperware containers. What that's gonna be is charged and flat. So when I take them out of my smart charger, I'm gonna take the batteries out, put them straight into the charge basket. That way that I know when I'm at home and I need new batteries, they're always gonna be in this container here. This other container is the flat one. As soon as I take something out of a flash, when I'm at home making videos or whatever, straight into the flat one. So that's battery management at home. That's really gonna help me. When I'm out and about or on a shoot, I've got these little 4-packs, these little plastic clip containers. They hold 4 AA batteries or 4 AAAs as well. The way I'm gonna start using these is I'm gonna write on the packet a little arrow pointing up, it says charged, a little arrow pointing down, it says flat. If I open up this packet and I can see that all the batteries are pointing up, I know straight away that they're charged. If I've finished using them with the chute, if I put them back in the packet that is, they're gonna go in upside down. And then I know straight away from looking at this, if the terminals are pointing down, I know this is a packet of flat batteries. Okay, so let's run through that quickly one more time. What I've done is I've written the dates on all of my batteries. So anytime I pull them out in the future, I'm gonna know exactly when I bought them, when I started using them, and when to replace them or when to shift them to my backup batteries. Secondly, while I'm at home, I've got 2 different containers now, charged and flat. As soon as my batteries come out of this smart charger that I use, straight into the charged box. As soon as I use them, straight into the flat one. Keep these in a drawer next to my desk. As soon as I need a new battery, straight to the charged box. And of course, you know that when you need to charge them, you take them out of the flat one into the charger. So it's a nice little cycle. The other tip that I had was try and use them in blocks of colors. So for example, if I use the black ones with the red tips in my flash, I know that as soon as I take them out and chuck them in my bag, not to pick up the black ones with the red tips again, because they're flat. I'm gonna go for the silver or the gray ones. The last thing was, in these little containers, I've got my arrows. It says up for charged, down for flat. That way I know just at a glance, if the terminals are pointing up on the batteries, good to go. If not, flat. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you learned something, give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.